really is a soldier. He is enjoying what he's doing. He waited for the call and was more than ready to serve. And so thank you. He's doing great. He's fighting off the sandstorms, but never complaining. So thank you very much, and thank all our great military men and women who fight hard for us every single day. So it is a great day in South Carolina, and the reason it's a great day in South Carolina has so much to do with you. Because every time we've tried to fight, every time we've had resistance and we've pushed back, you've had our back. You've had our back, and you are the reason that we have passed tort reform in South Carolina, and the trial lawyers can no longer sue our businesses and our doctors from doing their jobs. Thank you, because you are the reason we passed one of the strongest illegal immigration laws in the country. We are a country of immigrants, and we are a country of laws, and we love the immigrants that make up the fabric of this country. But we will never allow something to happen when they do not go according to our laws. So thank you very much on that. We've got an important race on Tuesday, our Congressional District 1 race, and thank goodness everybody's going to have to show a picture ID to vote on Tuesday. You get that! When the unions tried to get in our way, we kicked, and you helped me kick back, and that's the reason we won't, we'll never have unions in the state of South Carolina. And no matter what Washington, D.C. and the Obama administration throw our way, let's make it very clear. Let's say it very loud. South Carolina will never allow Obamacare to enter into this state. Wants a job, has a job, but we also say that the hardest part of being governor in any state has been President Obama and dealing with the Obama administration. But what it has done is, while they thought it would make South Carolina a victim, it only made us stronger. And I'm telling you, we're in a good, strong place right now, and I'll give you an example. Compare South Carolina to Washington, D.C. They're fighting to cut $83 billion in a $4 trillion deficit, and they can't figure it out. We turned our deficits into surpluses, we balance our budget, and we take care of every dollar we have so that it goes back into the hands of the taxpayers. They passed one of the biggest entitlement reforms we've seen since the 60s with Obamacare, and what does South Carolina do? We passed pension reform and reduced our debt by $2 billion, saving taxpayers $300 million a year. That's what entitlement reform looks like. And you want to know why we're the hit state? Because we've announced almost 35,000 jobs in 45 out of 46 counties. And what does D.C. do? They go against a good American company and try and stop the 1,000 jobs from going in Charleston, South Carolina. But what did we do on that front? That fight over 1,000 jobs is now 7,000 jobs, and Boeing just announced 2,000 more. So South Carolina is getting stronger by the day, but I'm going to tell you that while we have had our wins, and while we've had our successes, I need your help, because we've got some more work to do. And one of the things that I need your help with is we are trying to pass one of the strongest ethics reform bills that this state's seen in 20 years. And I want to thank my House members, because they did that last week. All House members, stand up and let us give you a round of applause. We're pushing for income disclosures. We're pushing for transparency. We're pushing to make sure that all reports are more public. We're pushing to make sure that you have a trust in your elected officials. It passed the House. We cannot allow the Senate to stall it. Call your senators. Let them know we are watching. This is the year of ethics reform. We're not going to let it go without passing this year. Make sure that we let them know that elected officials work for the people, not the other way around. We're on the verge of another form of restructuring. We have talked about the Department of Administration and restructuring government for a long time. The first year I asked the legislature and the House passed it, and on the last day I tried to get the Senate to stay, and they sued me, and they won. The second year they said they would get it done, and we waited, and we waited, and we waited. And on the last day of session, I watched the television as upstairs they sat there and didn't even take a vote on whether they were for the Department of Administration. This year, the Senate did the right thing. They passed the Department of Administration within the first month. So senators, stand up and let us give you a round of applause for that one. But now, guess what? My House, who was always my rock stars and passed it, has now had it sitting on their desk for 90 days, and it's not moving. Contact your House members. Enough of the games. Enough of the back and forth. We are either for restructuring or not, but the people need to speak on this front and tell them we can have ethics and the Department of Administration in the same year. We don't just need to have one piece of legislation passed. And as we are watching the budget move over to the Senate and the Senate start to take up the budget, we are going to have a fight. They are going to try and bring in Obamacare into that Senate budget. Do not let Obamacare enter the faces of the taxpayers of South Carolina. We can't have it. So I know we were discouraged in November, and I know we were frustrated, as I was, and it took us a long time to get over that. But what I will tell you is, we live in a great state. And the best thing about our country is that we have the ability to self-correct. We are on the path of self-correction, and we're doing that through the states. We're not waiting on DC anymore. We're saying that we're going to fight in the only way we can, which is through our governors. So just know that I am incredibly proud of the state of South Carolina. I've got a lot of kick in me. My heels are getting taller. We're going to keep on kicking. But I will tell you, you should be very proud because I could not do any of this without you. We are partners. We are fighters. But in the end, we're winners. Thank you very much. God bless you.